It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics play host to the Golden State Warriors. Golden State controls the tap. Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a head coach who's had multiple years in dealing with one of the hottest players, when I mean personality, hottest players in the league, and Draymond Green, and that's Steve Kerr. And look, DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back on this team probably after All-Star break, and I think he'll have a chance to really add another versatile piece. But in the interim, I think a guy like Jordan Bell is going to be huge. There's no more JaVale McGee in this squad, but a guy like Jordan Bell or Kevon Looney can give them the length and the intimidation of what they need down low on the blocks.
No good. Defense catching a break there. Possession lies with Golden State. Cousins to Durant. They work it down to Cousins. Runner here won't go down.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Kyrie lets it go. Kyrie Irving. Good start. He's made his first shot.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Thompson. Green. Curry. Oh, that's how it's done. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
Curry into the front court. His team up by one. Green to Curry. Thompson to Green. Has a look. A fundamental shot right there.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Boston with the basketball. Irving throws it down.
Jason Tatum finished third amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
Durant to Thompson. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Durant. He was all over him. Irving with the basketball. Down by 1. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Horford. There it is. Al Horford missed his first. That one goes.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first All-Star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this. The legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Well, it took a little longer than Celtics fans would have liked, but Jay, they re-signed Marcus Smart. You look at what he brings. He's a modern-day defender with some throwback qualities as well.
He reminds me a lot of Dennis Johnson that used to play for those late Celtic teams. He's the guy that will get in your face, will pick you up full court. Even if you switch off and he's guarding a 4, he'll battle behind the 4, push him off the block. There's no doubt about it. The DNA of this team starts with Marcus Smart and also Marcus Morris. These are the 2 toughest players on the Celtics organization.
To Sean Livingston.
Screen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. DeMarcus Cousins, 2 for 3 now here in the first. There's no denying he is a big talent, but he has a large personality.
And his personality gets the best of him at times. When I think about personalities who are able to control their aggression, I think about Marcus Smart, I think about Draymond Green. The biggest key for DeMarcus Cousins, controlling his emotion instead of letting his emotions control him.
It's Golden State basketball. Livingston to Thompson. Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3-pointer at the buzzer, almost. It would have counted, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
To Marcus Morris. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Warriors have the basketball. Livingston to Thompson. Surveys the floor. Thompson to Sean Livingston. Has a chance. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
One more to his total. Warriors last year had to go on the road, winning Game 7 at Houston to take the West. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
Especially because this is the last year at Oracle Arena. And when you have a team that can play with a sense of urgency that is as talented as this Golden State Warriors team is, you better watch out. They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were 114-9. I think we're going to see that Golden State Warrior team from those years instead of the one from last year.
Celtics have it. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Thompson to Green. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Green. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions. Golden State.
To Hayward. To Rozier. No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Curry to Green. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Thompson to Curry. 4-3. And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Marcus Smart. Hayward. There it is, Al Horford. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
This 11-year veteran has emerged as a uniquely stabilizing force for any team he plays on. He may not ever win a prize for his fiery oratory, but his steady demeanor is part of what makes him invaluable.
Thompson to Curry. Inside, he scores.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
To Rozier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Curry to Durant. Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
You know, someone had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the 3rd or 4th option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Substitution being made in this one. Irving to Hayward. Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Steph Curry. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
And scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. Time expires to end the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Warriors will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. And the way they shot three-pointers was too careless and too often. They don't have a single triple in the box score. Have a look at the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Golden State Warriors have earned the green light to continue to shoot from long range in the second half. Their percentage from deep has been so impressive, and it's a big reason for their halftime lead.
Player of the half.
Klay Thompson has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Jay, it feels like our heads are spinning, thinking about what the Celtics are going to put on the floor, let alone for Brad Stevens. But you look at this group, what impact it has on, say, a Jason Tatum, a Terry Rozier, and beyond.
There was a lot of talk in the offseason about what's going to happen to Jason Tatum's minutes. He was second on the team in minutes last year due to the fact that Gordon Hayward went down. But this is an abundance of talent issue for Brad Stevens and Celtics fans. You have so many interchangeable parts. Shimi Ojale can play a lot of minutes. Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Morris. The names go on and on and on with the interchangeable wings that can all defend and score. That's a great problem to have.
Like I said, our heads are spinning. Into the front court, it's Irving. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Marcus Smart. From the painted area, won't go down. Gets it in the left corner. Here comes the screen. Thompson to Curry. Here's a chance from long range. They need something to go down. It's no good. Another shot won't go either.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage
Try
shots.
2K19.
That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Download Thompson. Screen coming. To Irving. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Warriors basketball. Curry to Thompson. Curry to Thompson. Curry to Durant. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And I know this is an off day for him, but still, that serves as no excuse for you not to give any effort on the defensive end. Here's a trick. If you get yourself engaged defensively, that can at times help you offensively.
Curry with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. To
This
Thompson.
game looks worse
Fires
than
the
my
three
clock after
and
I beat it.
splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Kyrie Irving for 2. It's no good. Great defense.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Jay, Celtics last year, they make the 7th game of the East Finals without Gordon Hayward, without Kyrie Irving. Brad Stevens now, it's a good challenge to have. He has a lot of players to incorporate.
And it's a great challenge for a genius coach like Brad Stevens. The biggest issue for the Celtics is that they cannot believe the hype, Ed. I've been a guy that stated I think they're going to win the whole thing next year, but they can't drink the Kool-Aid from the media. And I will say this, when you have guys on your team like Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, I think they will push the younger guys to really help them exceed expectations. That's going to be key.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions. Boston. 1 minute remaining in the third.
Livingston to Thompson. Livingston to Thompson. Shot from in close, no good. Rozier into the front court. His guys down 11. From the outside, no good. Marcus Morris with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Irving brings the ball up court. Trying to cash in. Kyrie Irving, 4 out of 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Rebound taken by Baines. Over the line. Backcourt violation. Thompson. That's how you defend. Desperation shot here from half court. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Warriors with the lead. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Durant to Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Warriors come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Durant. Just off the mark. Ball's controlled by Boston. Here comes the screen. Kyrie Irving with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Thompson to Durant. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Here's Durant for 2. Not that time. Al Horford sends it away. That's his first of the game. Knocked loose.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Green. Driving right to the basket. Curry to the basket, but it won't go down.
And you thought you would have seen him bounce back in the second half. Just looked like he could never get himself into the flow of the game. I put a little bit out on the coaching staff, too. Maybe they could call some better plays for him to get him in situations where he could see the ball go in.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Curry into the front court. Up 5. Green to Thompson. Lets it fly from long range, and he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Irving. Not that time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Celtics have it. Wide open look, won't go. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Irving into the front court. Down 8. To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Off the mark. Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 2, Golden.
Al Horford at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw.
For the Golden State Warriors, number 9, Andre Iguodala.
Missed the second one as well. Klay Thompson with the basketball. For 3, steps out and hits.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Hayward to Horford. To Hayward. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Iguodala to bring it up. It's an 11-point game. Green.
1 minute left in the fourth quarter.
To Thompson.
Trap this. Come on, we got this.
To Curry. From long range. And Steph. He can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open. Knocks down the 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Irving. To Hayward. Irving. Fires the 3, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Kyrie Irving with a chance at a 4-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Three-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. Warriors have the basketball. Curry to Thompson. Warriors with 4 to shoot. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors came away with the victory in this one. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Golden State Warriors did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Klay Thompson gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.